Good Saturday morning to all. It is about 8:15 a.m. here. I've been up since about 5. You can't hoot with the owls at night if you want to soar with the eagles during the day. Let me get on with this. Quite happy today. Let me see if I can find it. Let me pause this just for a second and get over to, well, let me click right here and see if it works. Okay, here's Wendy. Okay, here's Wendys Deal. Wendy has, she's got the thing going on here. She sent us I told her I needed some solar chargers. She's working on that. And this is what we have coming. I was looking to try to get 500. They're holding this order. It's 300 of these things. It's like one of those large tissue boxes, you see at the store. 30 in each one of these, 300. But she's going to gave me a tracking number that I promised her I'd get her the balance out and to her. So I'm already cutting deals with China. Light orders, you call them. But we're underway. We've got a larger order coming in. They apologized for the order that was split. And unfortunately on that one, that's why she's already got me a tracking number here. I was hotter than a firecracker. Our second order went back to Beijing, and now it's in transit, so it's going to stall us till probably Wednesday this week. So everybody that's waiting on yours, that's what we're faced with. So those are in. Now, we haven't had any additional new orders over on the site, so I don't know if everybody's just laid down or what, but that's okay. I have resigned myself to the point that this is going to move a different way. It seems to be a spontaneous purchase. It seems that when I did the Phoenix show, within a day after, there's a little burst of activity. After that, it's dead in the water, and that's why we're coming up with that program that those folks, and by the way, we've had 4 or 5 people who have stepped up and to co-op that advertising with me. It's $300 a piece. If I get to 14, that's what 14 at $300 a piece would mean. I don't have to come out of pocket except for my pro rata share of $300. So that's available for anybody. It's going to be quite a money maker for you, but it also helps the cause more than the money maker part. But the money making is what's happening here in the U.S. And everywhere. Everybody needs money. This is going to be one of the things at this radio. The reason that I am pushing so hard. Before I forget, Carl Holtman is on his way as we speak. He's driving 120 miles to go take his technician test. Phoenix, he's going to beat you. But anyway, there's some others too. I think Bob S. is on his way, and I think Eminem, they're already licensed up. Some other folks have told me that they're gearing up. Y'all are going to beat me to it, but at least I'm carrying my water over here for the crowd doing all this stuff. I'll get right on top of that. Okay, let me see here what else. This is going to be a deal. This is where the China has created an island out there in the South China Seas, and the U.S. central bankers and the global elite that are fighting the sound money that Beijing is now creating to break away and save, I consider it, save all of us, really, by getting away from this worthless paper fiat that's only supported by the size of the cannons that the U.S. central bankers and the Federal Reserve have over the world. But they say here that they're disputing it in The Hague. The Hague's owned by the Federal Reserve and the U.S. central bankers, and so hell, you're not going to get anything rational out of The Hague that isn't going to be tainted in the cabal's direction. China could care less about that, and if I can say this without getting a Black Hawk helicopter over me, kudos to them. Good on them. They say that there's no way that it's not right for them to come and commandeer something in the middle of the ocean. Have you ever heard of Midway? We did it. or the U.S. central bankers did it. Have you ever heard of Hawaii? That was a sovereign country. Went in, was taken over and absorbed by the Federal Reserve and the U.S. central bankers. Have you ever heard of the Philippines? How the Philippines got smart and they broke away and drove us out of there. The very base that I was bouncing out of in the Longapo is now back to sovereign Philippines. And so when they say this, they say, oh, you can't do that. You can't go in there and do that. Well, the Federal Reserve and the U.S. central bankers did it when they created World War II, which was uncalled for. Anyway, over here, ghostery. This is a powerful, I just saw it here. These things chase you around when you click on these links. It'll be all over the websites and stuff. This takes that away. And it is a highly encrypted, just like Signal. Signal is a good encryption email deal when you want to get real stealthy. Let me see here. Oh, Lord, here's another thing. There is no doubt that Trump is pulling some serious numbers. And whether you agree with him, disagree, it doesn't make any difference. We're in the basketball, people. We're in the basketball. All this stuff that we're doing politically is just something for us to keep our attention focused on, because the Federal Reserve and the U.S. central bankers are the ones that's guiding that basketball and right over the waterfall. Until we expand out our truth and wake up and blow that basketball up from the inside out, we're toast. So all this is just hoopla. But what will light it up, hopefully, the Federal Reserve, the U.S. central bankers, they're hoping no matter what, it doesn't make any difference what causes massive civil unrest and uprising at each other or even at the government, so that they can come in and do the controlled population thing, the martial law deal. That's what's going on here, people. Wake up and smell the roses. Wake up and smell the napalm. One of the two. That's what's going on. And that's what causes us to be doing this. Let me see if I can pull it up. That's what this is all about right here. Beyond that, what we're about is talking, communicating with each other, building camaraderie. The radio is just a segue into us bonding as a cohesive, coherent group with focused thought. That's what this whole deal is about to me. The radio is a segue in. We're going to be using that funnel that I was telling y'all about, that these people are all ponying up with me, that we're going to create. And we're going to, as I mentioned on the other calls or deals, is that radio is going to be priced competitive with anything that someone would see on Amazon or anywhere else. That's the only way we can do it. And then we will upsell or offer them things like the charger. You notice that I have Wendy, probably her name is Ching Chong Chu, but anyway, Wendy, she is looking for me a solar charger for our radios. And I was just looking at mine over there. And by the way, everyone out there, shoot me an email when yours comes in off that first batch. I don't know if Carl's got in before he headed off to get licensed up, but let me know, because everybody should be getting them. Phoenix got his. Someone else got theirs. And so let me know when that first group of 15 or 20, when y'all get y'all's. And the rest of y'all, I just explained what the deal is there. So we're all learning about China. I don't have very much more to add. We have a Sunday evening conference call. Be sure and be there, or be square, and invite any of your friends. You don't have to tell them about this. Let me tell them about it. And I will try to bleed into that as a newcomers call, but unless I know that there's newcomers coming, I'll stay with just chat around the table of our current members. But this will be changing to a radio. This is going to come drastically down, probably in half or a tad less. and then we'll upsell the rest of these things, solar charger and starter. There's going to be a lot of things that we can upsell. So it's going to be lucrative, or it's going to be fun for those that are looking at it to derive a revenue, which is perfectly fine. I mean, everyone that puts forth effort, that's value, and there should be a fair exchange of value. For that value that they put in their time, effort to spread this word, it deserves to be reflected back from the overage from this sale. That's what we allocate in there to be able to water the horses. Horses run faster when they have good food and water. So that's all that I got. Remember this. I may try to start loading up another page with things like this, so you could come to this page to get your updates, and then I could keep them off of YouTube, things like this. This is going to be up on YouTube. When you're over there at YouTube, let me just go over to YouTube. Stand by just a minute. I just got over here to YouTube. This cat stirred up some serious stuff about Hillary's emails. And have you heard about all this business about her? Oh, God. We live in a weird world. I'm telling you. Here's a little bow thing, handheld. But when you come over here to YouTube, just put in Radio Daisy Chain. Radio Daisy Chain. And then hit this, if I spell that right. Here we are. And so you come over there, you click on whichever one that there is. This is the one I did here lately. And then while you're there, hello, my name is Randy Matthews. While you're there, you should, well, this is my page. Let me get out of here just one moment. After you put a Radio Daisy Chain in the search bar and you click go, this is where you're going to go. This is one of the videos, the one that for food for the soul. That was a good one. I like that. Hit this button right here, subscribe. And this thing will send you an email every time I put up a video here on YouTube. So you can check there at YouTube as well. Back over on the site, we may have a link over on the site to where it will have videos or what have you, some sort of thing like that. There's a lot we can do here, but the main thing you got to do is start selling some radios to make it worth, have enough value in it to be able to afford to do these things as a group. That's all that I've got for this morning. Go out, create a wonder-filled day. It is by choice, and I will see you all on Sunday with your friends. Let me know if you're bringing friends. Talk to you later. Jedi 1, we down.